Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to play around with the Dumbo X6PM. I call it mini or micro radio. Heard nothing but great things about it. But what we're going to do, you can see how small this. This is the 4-channel X4FM, and it happens to be the one with the gyro. But I don't really care about the gyro. You can turn that off on the radio. But these little connectors, I put them away. Hang on, I'm going to have to find them. All right, these are the connectors I got off of Amazon. You need the mini or micro ZH and the 1.5. And the 1.5 means the pins are 1.5 millimeter apart, center to center. I know I saw 1.25, 1.75. I know there's a 2.0. I can tell you the X4FM Dumbo receiver takes the 1.5 connectors. So receiver, we got our package of connectors, and I'll put a link in the description below of these I got on Amazon. I call them Futaba. I don't know really, I think they're all the same, but servo connectors, speed controller connectors. I just call them like a Futaba J plug. I would just get the female ends to use. I just happen to have Y harnesses. I have a big bag of them, and I'll just clip these off, and there's two of them. One for my servo and one for my speed controller. Of course, solder. I'm using, I don't know, Amazon China 0.6 millimeter diameter. This stuff works great on everything. Heat shrink tubing, side cuts, and I really like the Milwaukee battery soldering iron. Has a nice small tip. It's fast, heats up fast, it works great. So, on to what we have going on. Need to make our adapter. Okay, so we know how the wires orientate. They only, if you have the ones that don't have the little, I don't know if that's showing up, but the little flat spot on them, they'll go in real hard one way, so that's wrong, and the wires are backwards. For them to properly slide in easily, here's how your wires orientate. Negative, positive, and your signal wire. So in doing that, I found, and I have to make sure I get the right one. This is really hard to see, so that's why we get the magnifying glass. On this, the signal wire is the closest to my finger on the right, the signal wire, then the positive, then the negative. These connectors that I bought, if that's showing, are backwards. They go in like this, and they are backwards. It should be signal wire, positive and negative. So I just took those, took the little clips and pulled the wires out and turned them so they're correct. So that is the correct orientation. Signal wire, positive and negative. And that's how we'll wire it up on there. Now, if I was, well, this is going to be kind of dedicated to a rig, but we're in testing stage, and this is for a build that we haven't started yet. I would probably just eliminate the connector and just solder everything per rig to keep the wires short, especially in the 24 scale vehicles. But I'm not going that route right now, so that's the reason I'm going to make an adapter. so we can change things up until we get our rigs configured how we want them. So I'm going to get everything prepared, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay, I got all my wires tinned, and I put the heat shrink on. Now I'll solder the two together and hope it doesn't melt the heat shrink on there. There they are, all soldered together. And we'll just slide the heat shrink up. Find our lighter. There. Completed adapter. Now let's see if it works. Alright, I got it all hooked up. Have channels 1 and 2 in there. Just a cheapy 30 amp speed controller, but actually it works pretty good. Small battery with JST connector, and a stock SCX24 transmission, and my heavily built stock front end. I did have to bind the receiver to the radio. I figured it would have been from the factory, but whatever. And from everything I've read, as long as you have, compatible receivers in any vehicle, when you turn it on, it automatically binds to it. So when you switch vehicles. But anyways, so there we go. Dumbo RC. Thanks for watching.